Josh, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good man. You've seen a fair few pre-seasons in your time. Is this one a bit different, given there's a fresh new competition to look forward to?
Yeah, I think as a group, we're really looking forward to it now. Obviously, we had a die come in the end of last season, and we've had a new attack coach as well. So, we're really looking forward to getting the season started now, especially after, the two pre-season games that we've had. There's been some really encouraging signs there, and with the new teams from South Africa coming in, it's going to give a bigger emphasis on this competition, and we're really looking forward to it.
Hi Josh, how you doing? It's John Fallon from Media West Ireland. Notwithstanding the new competition and the South African teams, pretty old foes for your opening match, Connacht at the Arms Park. What have you made of them in recent years, and what do you expect from them on Friday week?
Yeah, they're always tough to play against. They play a similar style of rugby to ourselves. They move the ball quite a lot, and we've already started doing our homework on them, and already having a look at what they did against Worcester the other week. There's a lot of running rugby in those games when we play Connacht, and we've come second best a couple of times against them recently, and I think we're due to put one over on them now, and there's no better chance on a Friday night at the Arms Park, and as a group, we're really looking forward to that.
Cheers, Josh.
Hi Josh, you're wearing the new Cardiff Rugby shirt there. What's your views on the new Cardiff Rugby brand? That should be a nice new start to the season for you.
Yeah, we've gone back to a little bit of history, really, haven't we? And especially with the blue and black jersey as well. And I think we've tried to incorporate as much history as possible within the jerseys as well. And it's about applying ourselves to that now, and trying to build on the traditions of the Arms Park and what's gone before us.
Thanks.
Hi Josh, it's William Davis in Galway here. We're travelling over to watch this game live, which almost feels like it's a unique event, having not left the country for what seems like years and years. I'm just interested, you're only playing sides outside of your region once this year, and you had two ding-dong battles last year against Connacht. It finished one each. Does that just change the dynamic a bit, that you're only going to see these guys once? And a quick second one, has the pitch been relaid at the Arms Park, the artificial surface, or has it been changed a bit?
No, the pitch has been fully restored and relayed as an artificial pitch. It's what we do well on it, is we play expansive rugby, and I think when it does come to playing these zones, we've got to, it's basically double points on those games, and for us, if you beat one of the Irish teams home or away, you're really putting yourself in a good position, because they've been the flag bearers for the last few years, and I think we've had some good battles with Connacht the last couple of years, and teams once. And as for crowds, it's so good to see them all, so people back in the stands enjoying rugby. I was fortunate enough to experience it in the summer in the international games, but to see regional games having crowds back, and to hear them in loud and proud, that's important for us. It's like having a 16th man.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Hi Josh, you've obviously played the South African sides, the Kings and the Cheetahs, a lot. Given all the time in the league, how different do you think this is going to be, and how different do you think the South African challenge in particular is going to be?
I think I said this earlier, that I feel when I was a kid, or when I was younger, watching rugby, you watched the Super 18 or the Super 15 competition, whatever it was back then, and you see the best teams in New Zealand and Australia and South Africa all playing against each other, and you watch their brand of rugby and how open it was and how much they threw the ball around. And you want to do part of that. You think, oh, I'd love to experience that. And now that's become a reality with these South African teams. The strongest South African teams coming over and playing against us. Obviously South Africa as a nation are World Cup winners at the moment, and that's going to have an effect. That's going to have a knock-on effect to how their provincial teams play or regional teams play. But I think their game is big forwards and quick backs, and that's going to playing on the Arms Park and playing against them. We're going to have to be there on our best on those days, because these are really competitive teams. If you watch the Currie Cup, even then you can see that those teams are doing well.
Hi Josh, I was just wondering, with the new format where you'll be ranked directly against your fellow Welsh regions in the Welsh Conference, does that give you an extra source of motivation going into the new season?
Yeah, it definitely does, because you want to be the best Welsh region, sitting at the top of that pile come the end of the season. There's European qualification on it as well, the way the system works. And I think after last season, we did pretty well against the other regions. In the Rainbow Cup when we finished off, we did really well against them. And we just got to take that forward into this season. We've got a couple of new players come in, and obviously through pre-season we've tried to play in, and we've had Matt Schratt, jockey, our new track coach, come in, and he's really tried to implement that just to play at a speed that other teams can live at. And against the other Welsh regions, that's what we need to do. We need to be our best every time we play against them. And again, we're fortunate enough that we get to double up against the Welsh regions. There's no better games than playing in derby games, and that's hugely that's a massive motivational factor for us.
Cheers.
Josh, I just wonder, you talked about always wanted to play a Super Rugby style thing. What can you say to the young kids coming through now, given the standard of this tournament's getting better and better, and the Welsh teams have got to get better and better as well, haven't they?
Yeah, if we want to progress as a team, we've got to start standing up, and that's however big our squad is, 1 to 50. We all have to be accounted for. Di said it many a times. You don't just win games or championships with teams; you win it with a squad, and everyone is going to have to step up at some point. And when we have two teams training against each other on a Tuesday or Thursday, what's been really impressive, especially the last couple of seasons, is those boys who aren't in the 23 for that match that weekend have really stepped up and have made the boys get better. We're only going to get better as a group if we keep being tested like that in training. So, I think as youngsters coming through, I keep giving the message, be hard-nosed in training, respect each other, and, keep making each other better.
He hasn't minced his words, Di, since coming in, has he? He said, well, we haven't been in the top 7 or whatever for 10 years, and the training, you're not fit enough, and so he seems to be doing things to make you better. How much fitter are you, for instance?
I think obviously the game has probably changed a little bit now in terms of the speed of the game, and looking at how many meters per minute we're covering and how much time ball in play is. And our pre-season has been tailored around that. And some boys have found it tough and unrelenting at times, but that's what makes you as a squad, when you can dig in for each other. Whether it's a conditioning session or you're going to have someone's back then come game time, you're willing to put the effort in those training sessions. And Di's been open and vocal about it, and he's told the squad that we weren't fit enough, or he didn't think certain individuals were fit enough. And people have gone and done their work, and I think that showed in the first half against Harlequins, the tempo we played at, and obviously we made changes, they made changes, and they probably brought a few more boys on. But again, the tempo, the speed of the game stayed quite high. Against Bath last week, Bath are top 4 team in the Premiership, and we were able to play how we wanted to play at a tempo we wanted to play at, and we just got to keep maintaining that throughout the season now.
It's just what you want 14 years into your senior career, to be told you're not fit enough and you've got to start running a bit further and faster.
It's not ideal, but for me, if you want to keep getting better, you've got to go and work hard. And I think that's probably one of the, if I would say one of my X factors personally is, just being durable and just being my work ethic to it. And if I can show that I can still do it 14, 15 years into pre-seasons, hopefully that'll be infectious and it can rub off on some of the youngsters as well.
Thank you.
Josh, cwbl yn Gymraeg. Ti'n edrych mlaen am y tymor newydd, cystadleuaeth newydd, cyffroes?
Mae gyd o boes yn edrych mlaen. Personol, fi'n edrych mlaen. Cwpl o tîmoedd newydd yn dod mewn i'r lig hefyd. Dyna beth ni moyn. Ni eisiau cael y lig mae i dechrau tyfu. Yr unig ffordd ni'n mynd i wneud gyda tîmoedd newydd fel sy'n dod o'r De Affrig yn dod mewn.
Pa mor anodd mynd i bod yn paratoi ar gyfer y tymor, y gwaith ffitrwydd chi'n neud oddi ar y ca? Wedi bod yn anoddach y tymor ma'n eriod o'r blaen, ti'n gwneud sawl, ti'n gwneud y stint yma, sawl tro?
Mae y tymor, mae'n just yn mae'n teimlo fel un tymor mawr ar y foment. Mae'n just rolo trwyddo i'r tymor nesaf. Ac pan ni dod i tymor 14 neu 15, mae'n bleser i bod mas na a dal yn fod ar y flaen o blaen y plant. Mae dau wedi bod yn vocal iawn o'r grŵp. O'n i ddim yn digon ffit i chwarae gêm, mae fe moyn i ni chwarae. Oedd yn eitha anodd ar y grŵp i cymryd hwnna, ond mae boes wedi gyd yn gweithio'n galed dros y haf, a maen nhw'n gyd yn edrych mlaen nawr i dechrau chwarae. Gyd o ffitrwydd na wedi wneud, maen nhw eisiau chwarae mas ar y cae nawr.
Mas ar y ca, o dan y llifoliadau'r nos Wener yn erbyn Connacht, cefnogwyr nôl fyd. Yn amlwg, mae rai dechrau tymor yn dda. I chi'n aderus y newch chi na?
Ni yn. Parc yr Arfau, nos Wener, dan y golau, dyna beth ni eisiau. Pawb gyda tor fawr hefyd. Just dim byd gwell na. Mae hwnna'n enfawr i ni fel grŵp. A dechreuad dda bydd ni'n edrych mlaen i hwnna. Ni ddim yn chwarae gyd o tîmoedd 2 gwaith, so mae'n rhaid i ni, mae'n fel ni'n cael double points pan ni'n chwarae tîmoedd fel Connacht a Leinster. Mae'n rhaid ni ennill y gemau nhw. A wedyn pan ni'n chwarae yn erbyn y tîmoedd o Cymru, ni eisiau bod y tîm gorau yn Cymru. Yn unig ffordd i wneud na yw ennill y gemau yna.
Diolch Josh, gartrogi fe.
Dim problem.
Top man, diolch yn fawr ti.
Okay, cheers boys.
Guys,
Thanks.
Is there any more questions? No? All good?
Just a quick one, Adam. Sorry, Josh. Can I just ask you, similar to Munster, you're going to be heading away to South Africa for 2 games at the end of November. It's going to be coming off the back of the autumn internationals. And then you're heading into Europe. You have Toulouse, isn't it, and Harlequins. Just how difficult will it be to manage that mini tour to South Africa, either side of an international window and ahead of a European back-to-back fixtures?
Like I mentioned earlier, teams squad through that period is going to be massive for us to get that balance right. Obviously, we want to be playing in Europe as well, and we want to make a statement there. But to be able to play in these URC fixtures against those South African teams is massive for us, and we're going out there to really put a stamp out there. It's obviously like a little mini tour for us, but you know, we're excited about that little trip, and you know, we can't wait to get out there.